Hello and welcome back to another final table review. Made another final table in a Daily Legends $5 tournament. It's a PKO. There's only about 100 runners. Got about $40 for first. Super fishy freaking tournaments, let me tell you. Those Daily Legends on Party Poker. Whoa, look at this. We got the big screen. There we go. We fixed it up nice and quickly. Good shit. Ace and a 2 for Brendan. We'll let this one go. We got RO101 with 12 blinds. Yuru? Chupisco? Holy shit, these names. Runadora, Parky, and Reckless Ray. That was an easy one. So anyways, any notes to start the final table? We got Yuru with the big stack. They are absolutely aggressive. They really like to get after it. They like to play with a big stack, put a lot of pressure on their opponents, and then they go from there. With that being said, Chup is rather tight. RO is rather tight. The other three players I don't know nothing about. So again, we got about 40 bucks for first plus the bounties. 40 bucks for second place. I think it was about 25 for third. The other numbers don't really matter. Again, it's only a $5 buy-in, super small. It's a turbo, so this will be a quick one. We see Runadora go for the 3-bet here. This is pretty cool. Hopefully the big stacks go to war. Parky thinking about sticking in there. Small stack here. So the game plan really is just play tight is right. We'll look for a good spot against Yuru, who, look at this, a couple of ducks. They're going to get in 40 blinds pretty well. Sweat the ace, king, or deuce, and they do. They get the big bounty. Look how aggressive they are with the ducks. Ace king suited for Runadora. Sees the bad news. Whoo! What an interesting start to the final table. So that's the type of players we're playing against. Deuce 3 in the big blind. I don't really care how many callers there are. I'm going in chip preservation mode. Let me know what you think with the deuce and the 3. We're getting a great price. We could just come along 1 to 9 blinds. We would have flopped 3 of a kind. Deuce 3 offsuit doesn't rarely flop well, but here today we would have flopped beautifully. You see a bet from Yuru, a call from Chup, 6 of spades on the turn, and a deuce on the river, so we would have made a boat. Boobity boo. King queen is good for the pot. So we could have won a few blinds there had we played the 3 and the deuce. But again, I'm going in chip preservation mode. We're waiting for a good hand. We're really waiting to double up through Yuru, and then we'll go from there. 3 and a 4. We'll quickly let this one go. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Reckless Ray goes for the open. Yuru defends the big blind. Ace 8-4 flop goes check check. That's a real good flop for Reckless Ray. Might have some sort of pocket pair here. Yuru putting the pressure on him. 8 on the river. Yuru goes for 5 big blind bet here. Reckless Ray will call with the pocket pair. And everybody's quickly picking off Yuru. Nice play there by Reckless Ray. Yuru in the small blind. We'll play call this time against Chup. Chup goes for the raise to 3.5 blinds. Queen 10-6 flop. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Yuru goes for the check raise here. We love to see it. Hopefully Chup puts in some more chips. Ace king will surely continue. King jack will continue. Any queen would continue. I would imagine a lot of 10s would continue. Maybe he had some sort of smaller pocket pair. Let's it go. Yuru go for the raise. King 10-3 flop goes. Whoa. Park leads all in, and Yuru will fold. Certainly should let Yuru go for a little betski there. Park missing about a big blind or 2 from their stack. Check jam is certainly the play there. Anyways, Parky will rip it all in with their 10 blinds. King jack calls it off for the bounty. $5 on the line. Most importantly, 23 bigs in the middle. King or jack dealer. Nope, not this time. Parky gets the full double. And again, Chup. Again, he was a rather tight player. Calling it off there with the king jack offsuit. Very interesting play as we see RO rip it all in for their 7 big blind stack. 10-7 suited in the big blind. We see Reckless Ray call. This looks strong to me. Are we getting a fair price? I'm not going to call. Ace 7 versus Ace 8. We would have flopped the flush draw. Reckless Ray would have made the nut flush on a paired board. So another knockout. Their bodies are flying quickly. Still hanging out there with 30 bigs. It's not too bad of a spot for me. 7-5 offsuit, and the small blind will quickly let this one go. So again, our strategy, just chip preservation. We'll keep our big stack until we find a good spot. Do we have any updates on Parky? Looks like a fishy player. He let out on that King 10X board in a spot where he certainly should have checked Ray's jam if he had anything. Queen Jack suited will go for the open here. Very playable hand. Euro in the small blind. We'll rip it all in, put a lot of pressure on me, and we have to let the Queen Jack go. We could just spike call, but that's just not going to happen. There's just going to be so many pocket pairs. But then there's going to be like random ace 2 offsuits that I'm just like 40% against. Would have made 2 pairs. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Ace and a 9 offsuit. Hopefully Brendan goes for the open here. I don't remember what happens. Let's just keep the aggression up. We played tight as right. The Queen Jack suited is much more playable, but I feel like another open should get some respect. We cover Chup and Parky. Chup goes for the fold, good shit. Parky, another weak player. Boppity boo, we'll just fold the big blind. 6-5 suited, I'm not going to go for 3 raises in a row. Boppity boo. Euro with the open. Boppity boo. Chup will rip it all in. Hopefully we're down to 4 players after this hand. Parky could go bounty hunting. They think about it for a minute. Instead, everybody folds. Chup gets one through. 10-5 suited in the big blind. Euro goes for the open. Again, I think I'm in a spot where I don't care how many people call. I think I should just fold pre-flop. Let me know what you think. It obviously didn't help me out with the 3 and the 2. We would have won a nice big pot, making a full house. To be fair, we wouldn't have got a whole lot of action, but it was about 12 blinds, and they certainly would have been helpful. Another flopped flush draw potentially. We miss out on the opportunity. Parky goes for a half pot size bet. Queen on the turn. Boppity boo, boppity bee. I imagine we see a lot of 2 pairs for Parky in this situation. Uh-oh, we would have made the flush. Parky says, no, I don't got 2 pairs. I might have a pair of aces. Euro says, I've got not a lot of anything. Ace 6 will find the call. Kings for Euro. So again, should we call pre-flop? I've got no idea. I think I should go in chip preservation mode. But then we'll see me make a mistake here and limp along with the 8-9. Euro's going to raise this 100% of the time. Truly, I just cost myself half a big blind there. Chip preservation mode, and I didn't do it. I feel like shit. You know what? We made a mistake a couple times. But we got to get back to the strategy. King Queen offsuit. Very strong holding, very playable. Doobity-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll go for the 2.2 open once again. Cover Chup in the big blind. Euro will quickly jam once again. And then I thought to myself for a little while here, do we just spike call? Like King Jack offsuit? King 10 offsuit? Fuck it, like King 5? I think he's got everything. But then I thought to myself, we'll just wait for a better spot as we would have made a straight. So that could cost me. That could cost me not playing the King Queen there. I just think I should play tight as right. Let me know what you think. Should we just go for the big stack? Go for first place? It's not like I'm not playing for first place. It's just like I've got a strategy going on here. We're going to wait for a good hand, get a double up through Euro, and then go from there. Euro will go for the open. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Reckless Ray in the big blind. Hopefully we see a defend. Let's see some chips go in the middle there, poker stars. I guess this is party poker. Queen, or that's not a queen. 10-8-6 flop. Where did I get a queen from? Holy shit, what's wrong with my eyeballs? Anyways, we see a check, a bet for half pot. Stick in the check raise, Reckless Ray. Live up to your name. Boopity boo, 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 boo. Go for that check raise. It's in you. Ah, they just fold on the flop. It's pretty boring. King 3 in the big blind. We see a raise from Yuru. We'll just happily let this one go. Would have made a pair of kings, but that doesn't matter. King 8 in the small blind. This could have got interesting if it had folded to me. If I'm being honest, I don't know what I should do. I would probably limp. We're going to face a raise from Yuru. And then what do we do? Depending on the size, I would like to call. But with that being said, King 8 offsuit, not the most playable hand. We could go for the 3-bet all in. So we could go for the limp, raise, jam strategy. But again, we're just in chip preservation mode. I think the table's so weak that we can just wait for a strong holding and get a double up through somebody. With that being said, it would have been nice to play some post flop with these guys, because obviously there's some reckless action going on here. So with that being said, it's a turbo tournament. With that 3 deuce, this limp is not a good idea to come along with. Don't you dare call. I don't like the fold. We could have gone for a raise. We're going to see Euro stick in the raise. Was Reckless Ray trapping. King Jack 2 flop. Euro goes for the Betsky, 2 on the turn. All in from Euro. Oh, Reckless Ray was trapping. And look at this, King 6 suited, making top pair for Euro, scooping a huge pot. Boppity boo, boppity bee, 7-9. So we could have raised Reckless Ray there, but we would have been in a real pickle. They were absolutely trapping with a limp. But what they just did there is kind of my strategy against Yuru as well. We're just going to wait for a strong holding, and we're going to get a double up through them as they blast off into us. And if they make a better holding, then they make a better holding. Dibbity-doo, we got a couple of 4s in the big blind. Yuru goes for the open. We got a couple of options here. We could just fold. But you know what? I like a jam. With that being said, we got 16 blinds. We should have plenty of fold equity. Ace 3 calls it off. We're getting it in great here. 3 on the flop, 6 on the turn. Not the best card. Ace on the river. Are you fucking serious, poker stars? Oh my lord. Yuru gets it in there with about 30% for the bounty. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Brendan's out in 4th place. Well, that was a damn shame. Let's go back to the 4s. What do we think? Do we just fold? Do we call? Nope. I like the jam. We're obviously getting called by worse here. And then with that being said, there's a whole lot of flips. So if I wasn't in last place, I probably wouldn't take the spot. Maybe I'd just play call. But again, he's going to call off with deuces and 3s, which is very crazy. He's going to call off with ace 3 suited. We just got to hope to hold, right? And if we don't hold, then we don't hold. Nothing we can do about that. We would have been back in the game with 30 bigs. We would have been in 2nd place, or at least tied with Chup. So let me know what you think about the 3 and the deuce. Should I just call pre-flop getting such a great price? It was like 1 into 9 blinds, you know? It was something ridiculous. I think chip preservation mode makes a lot of sense. With that being said, there was a 9-8 where I limped in as well. That was very, we should say, against the strategy. Man, I wish I could bring you guys a W, but fucking Euro gets lucky on me. With that being said, there's only about 100 runners in some of these freaking daily legends on Party Poker. Super easy fields. We're going to have some more final tables. I think we're going to get a W soon. But you know what, I'm probably wrong. Anyways, that's the end of the show, so if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this shit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. Till then, adios amigos.